2, 3. Will raise them up.
Thank Professor Reid!
It was just such a success last year. Bringing the drama back had to happen because last year it was phenomenal, and there was a lot of relationships built from it last year as well, and friendships, so we were desperate to bring it back.
Last year everyone spoke really highly of it, everyone really enjoyed it, so this week I was expecting the kids to enjoy it. I thought they'd get a lot out of it, and they've all been really looking forward to it since they signed up.
Last year was looking at hopes and dreams and aspirations, and followed a main character with this idea of how hopes and dreams can be sometimes really hard work or might not happen. I think this year has been about working together as a team and enabling someone to do something that they've always wanted to do.
Well, on Monday, Sam and Murray came in and they said that they'd found a suitcase in a train station, and we looked through it. We found that it belonged to a man called Professor Reid, and he needed to give numbers to his workmate Eric. So we went into the drama world and we found Eric, and he introduced himself to us and he made us understand what we had to do, and we had to try and get into the Professor's secret lab.
Hiya, it's me, Eric. Everyone okay? I figured out why you couldn't get into the lab yesterday. You need to make your own ID cards. Once you've made them, I'll see you in the lab.
On day one he was really excited because he found out that he wanted to get into space. But on day two we found that he didn't have enough fuel to get back to Earth. And on day 3 he had to send something back to tell people where he was and how he was.
Yeah? What else would you put in? Would you put in any pictures? Hands up.
We were making a telescope to spy Professor Reid off the space because he has no gas.
Up into the sky, thank you. Ryan, come back. Ryan? Okay, brilliant. Evan, show the next bit.
Build a space rocket, go up to space.
To the left!
And help the Professor by refuelling his rocket and enabling the Professor to carry on with his journey.
Upset that the Professor couldn't even stop to see us.
Along the way there's also quite a broad skills set, so often they're doing things like presenting back their small pieces of work. They're speaking loudly, so there's investigative techniques that are at play. They work in teams, they build together, and so there's lots of different things that are sort of achieved in terms of social development and learning.
I think they're getting more confident. I think they're improving their social skills. I think working with the guys who have been really good, it has really helping them. They're learning to work together and they're using their imagination, so I think it's really good for them.
Could you take David? Professor Daniel, there's your oxygen tank. Professor.
It seems like there's a real excitement when we bring in a new part of the story, and everybody gets kind of stuck into doing it all together. We ask a lot of questions of the group as well as to what they might want to do in different situations in the story, and then we make decisions together.
That's a big rucksack.
And this year they're really involved and they're really chatty and they're really getting in about everything and absolutely loving it.
I think on the whole it's been really successful in terms of engaging people, not just in the fiction that we keep referring to, but also socially.
Okay.
I think everybody wasn't sure how it was going to work. I think everybody thought that they were going to stand on a stage and they were going to act and that was going to be how it was going to go, but in actual fact it was nothing like that. But I think it's allowing them to be who they want to be and also be someone else, and I think because they can be a character and be involved in something and they're all in the same story, that they're helping to build friendships and understanding with each other, and I think it's making a huge difference to them.
It allows them to use their imagination. It's drama without the kind of scary parts of it, the bits that they would be intimidated by, like the scripts and the kind of the pressure of the whole thing, but in a more kind of relaxed situation like this is, then I think they're flourishing, they're doing well.
This works really well because every day they're coming back to another part of the story, and it's keeping them hooked in, and it's allowing them to get excited and think about ideas and suggestions and things that they want to put into it as well. So there's flexibility as well, and I think they need that flexibility.
We've been working with 2 different groups as well over the whole week. So the first group is a younger group, and the other group is a secondary school group as well. So different needs and different sorts of challenges within the group.
Blurring the line between fiction and reality is a bit difficult for some members of the group. We had one person that thought the case had been taken from Professor Reed, and they were a bit uneasy about, well, that's theft in the real world. That you can't do that. That's wrong. And so the challenge of that is setting up a world where that's okay in the drama. What we're doing is we're going to help Professor Reed by finding his case and discovering and trying getting it back to him.
It's going really well. I think the drama, the kids seem to really enjoy it. They all keep speaking about how they're excited to come back tomorrow, so they're looking forward to it. It's really kept their interest, and they seem to be growing in confidence in the week, so I think it's been really good for them.
Emily's definitely got new friendships out this week, and she's thoroughly enjoyed it. Her confidence is great, and she prattles away about it in the car the whole way home, and then by the end of the first day she just came out a better person. Do you know, I know that sounds really silly, but she just felt better about herself.
There you go, you're now a trainee.
But when I came to pick him up at 12 o'clock, couldn't have found a happier boy. Came bounding out, couldn't wait till tomorrow, and every night he's went to bed. In fact, last night he went to bed and he said, "Do you think Hope will run this again?" And it's not even over yet, and he's just so delighted with it.
She enjoyed doing it, and she feels though she's achieved something by doing it. When they got the certificates at the end as well, she was just over the moon with the certificate.
I think it's gone really well on the whole. I think there's loads of little moments that feel quite joyous and quite amazing, really. And I think there's a lot of emotional connection that people have had in the younger group, particularly. Certainly would like to come back and see how people are getting on and how they can develop further as well.
I think if I enjoyed it, then I might be able to bring other people next year. And I think if I enjoyed it, then they might enjoy it.
Everyone thoroughly enjoyed it, and they were really devastated actually when it was finished. And they're saying to me this morning as well, they wish it could run for another week. They're loving it.
Love to do more.